All right, Artemiev, he has to come up with something. He has to win this game to have any chances of tying this first match. It's looking really good for Magnus right now with 2 wins. So the first win for Magnus today, that was amazing play by the world champion.
Yep.
The second one, maybe getting a little lucky with Artemiev just struggling with internet connection and time.
Yes, fully agreed.
Yeah. And here, just doing what he has to do to get that draw. Is that kind of what it's looking like?
Yeah, Magnus just playing fully solid, fully defensive chess. OK, he's actually giving up a pawn, dropping his queen back. OK, so there's tension between the queens. Artemiev slightly frowned there. He never normally gives anything away on his camera, but...
The bar does not like Magnus's decision.
I'm trying to understand this.
Oh!
Magnus just suddenly reacting... I'm trying to understand. He's given up a pawn, but there's 2 different ways that white can actually win a pawn right now.
He is shocked, Magnus Cralsen.
This was a mouse slip,
Was it a mouse slip?
Maybe he meant to put the bishop on that square.
And also, OK, look at this. White can win a pawn in 2 different ways. The top computer suggestion is for the white queen just to step up 1 square and capture the pawn in front of it. That's a free pawn. No compensation at all for black. That's a big advantage for white. Or, if white wants to be extra kind of safe, you can trade off the queens, and then remember that white bishop is eyeing up a pawn. Black's H pawn in the corner, so you can win a pawn in 2 different ways. Jovanka, I think it was maybe not a mouse slip of the bishop on that square. I think maybe the queen. I showed the best move, or the safest move for black was to bring the black queen up 2 squares. Maybe he's dropped the black queen up 1 square instead.
So you think a mouse slip, maybe?
It must be, right?
It must be,
But it took some time before that big reaction.
Yeah. Maybe he just made the move and just kind of sat back. Still, that position was in his mind, and then he kind of tuned out. And when he zoned back in, he realised the queen was on the wrong square.
OK, and Artemiev has indeed snacked on that pawn. That was now up for grabs. And wow.
Well, is he losing for Magnus? What can he do?
It's very difficult. It's still not necessarily lost because white's extra pawn on the corner, that A pawn, it still takes an age to start motoring up the board. But it's one-sided traffic.
Yeah.
It's definitely Artemiev in the driver's seat now. And if he can get that pawn up 2 or 3 more squares, that pawn's a potential winner. OK, this bishop now attacking the black queen, skewering the black queen to the black rook. The black queen, once it moves, the black rook might drop. The black queen only has 2 safe squares, maybe.
2 safe squares. I only saw the 1.
Yeah, so you can challenge against the white queen, or you can go and put pressure on the white rook.
Magnus almost looks like he's ready to resign here. He is just very annoyed with himself. All right, and thinking now to save this game, to get that draw that he needs. But maybe we are having some drama here on the first day in the final, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, in an unexpected way as well. OK, so David highlighted this possibility of Magnus trades off